U is equal to U plus GT. ये था केस जब हम किसी बॉडी को नीचे थ्रो कर रहे हैं, we are giving initial velocity in downward direction. V is equal to U plus GT, H is equal to UT plus half GT square. और सेकेंड पॉसिबल केस ग्रेविटी में हम ऊपर ले जाके किसी बॉडी को ड्रॉप कर देते हैं. सो व्हेन वी ड्रॉप इट अगेन, सिंस देयर इज अ एक्सेलरेशन डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन बिकॉज ऑफ व्हिच इट विल एक्वायर वेलोसिटी. इसकी वेलोसिटी हो गई v. आफ्टर टाइम t इट हैज कवर्ड अ हाइट ऑफ h, displacement of h in a time of t second. So in सारी इक्वेशन में when body is dropped, if it is dropped from with respect to earth, तो रेस्ट में थी initial velocity 0. फर्स्ट इक्वेशन हो जाएगी v is equal to u plus gt, u is 0. Second equation, height covered in time t is ut plus half gt square. And third equation is v square is u square plus 2gh. Fourth equation is the displacement or height covered in nth second when a body is dropped. Height covered in nth second, hn is g by 2 times 2n minus 1. Right? So this is when a body is dropped from certain height. When a body is thrown downwards, उसके लिए accelerated motion equation थी. So it is the same equation, just we are using u as 0. Second equation से हमें time मिल जाएगा, time taken to reach h height below. अगर हम h height से किसी बॉल को ड्रॉप करते हैं तो उसको नीचे तक ग्राउंड तक पहुंचने में जो टाइम लगेगा, that time is root 2 h by g. So time of free fall if a body is dropped from height h, time taken to reach ground if a body is dropped from height h will be root of 2h by g. अगर थ्रो करेंगे तो इतने से कम टाइम लगेगा. This is when a body is dropped only. Released कुछ हाइट पे ले जाके रिलीज करेंगे, then time taken is root 2h by g. The speed with which it reaches the bottom is root 2h by g, root 2 gh, and height covered in a second is g by 2 to 2n minus 1. So ये दोनों केसेस में बॉडी इज एक्सीलरेटेड, क्योंकि पहले वाले केस में वेलोसिटी जिधर हमने the direction in which we give the velocity, acceleration is in the same direction. Second case में initially the body has zero velocity, it is released from rest and acceleration is downward. So because of that acceleration, it is acquiring, because of the acceleration, its velocity is increasing over the period of time. So ये दोनों cases हो गए accelerated motion के. Third case, when body is projected upwards from ground. Third case is projected vertically upwards from the ground. When a body is given vertically upward speed, projected vertically upwards. So suppose initially the body is at time t is equal to 0, it has to be projected upwards. अब हमने ऊपर फेंका और एक्सेलरेशन नीचे की तरफ है, तो हमारी मर्जी, हम किसी भी एक को पॉजिटिव ले लेंगे और दूसरा अपने आप नेगेटिव हो जाएगा, since it is in opposite direction. So if u is taken positive, g will become negative. अगर हम g को पॉजिटिव लेंगे तो u को नेगेटिव साइन के साथ यूज करना पड़ेगा बिकॉज ऑफ द डायरेक्शन. इफ डाउनवर्ड इज पॉजिटिव देन अपवर्ड इज नेगेटिव, इफ डाउनवर्ड इज नेगेटिव देन अपवर्ड इज पॉजिटिव. अब इस मोशन में एट टाइम t इज इक्वल टू 0 से डिसाइड करते हैं कि ये मोशन एक्सीलरेटेड मोशन है या रिटार्डेड मोशन है. सो इक्वेशन ऑफ ऑल द फोर मोशन वी जस्ट पुट a as minus g because it is retardation. और इसमें सारी की सारी वेक्टर क्वांटिटीज हैं, which means velocity is vector. Due to the retardation, velocity decreases. At the maximum height, velocity becomes 0. And then it changes the direction. So still it is decreasing only because it is a velocity. So ऊपर जाते हुए positive, maximum height पे 0, और जब ये नीचे आएगा तो velocity होगी negative. So when it comes back on the ground, its velocity is minus u. Direction wise, it is opposite. So इसमें हम इस पूरे मोशन को एक सिंगल इक्वेशन से गवर्न कर सकते हैं. जब 9th में करते थे तो हम इसको दो अलग पार्ट में बोलते थे, that upward is retarded motion and downward is accelerated motion. but actually in the vector form it is a retarded only throughout the journey. इनिशियल पॉइंट पे जो हमने वेलोसिटी दी थी वो रिटार्डेशन की वजह से कम होती जाएगी, मैक्सिमम हाइट पे 0 एंड देन इट इज बिकमिंग नेगेटिव. सो अगर हम इसका v वर्सेस t ग्राफ बनाएंगे, अभी हमने ग्राफ के क्वेश्चंस नहीं किए, वी हैव टू डू सेपरेट स्टडी ऑफ द ग्राफ. सो दिस विल बी लीनियरली डिक्रीजिंग. हमने प्रोजेक्ट किया u से, फिर 0 और फिर नेगेटिव. दिस इज अ स्ट्रेट लाइन इक्वेशन, y is equal to minus mx plus c, and when it comes back on the ground its velocity is minus u. तो ये एक ही इक्वेशन है. दिस इज वन सिंगल ग्राफ. थ्रू आउट द मोशन द बॉडी इज हैविंग अ कांस्टेंट रिटार्डेशन. इस पूरे इक्वेशन को हम, पूरे मोशन को हम एक ही इक्वेशन से गवर्न कर सकते हैं. वी डोंट हैव टू ब्रेक इनटू टू पार्ट as we used to do in class 9th. Second, height covered or displacement covered in time t.
minus half gt square.
It will be h. H is equal to ut minus half gt square. अब h will be increasing maximum height पे maximum, so maximum height is h, and then again it comes back, so it will come back to the same displacement of h two times. एक बार ऊपर जाते हुए suppose t1 पे और दूसरी बार नीचे आते हुए t2 पे. So इसमें because it is a quadratic equation in time, there will be two solutions. T is equal to t1 and t2. So the particle when it is thrown upwards, it has displacement of h at two different times. One is t1 and another is t2. और ये t1 t2 में भी कुछ relation होता है, that we will do separately. Third, v square is u square minus 2gh, and fourth equation is displacement in nth second. It will be u minus g by 2 times 2n minus 1. Yeah, sorry for the disturbance. So ये जो particle को हमने ऊपर प्रोजेक्ट किया, this is again a retarded motion for throughout the journey. It is retardation. So if we solve the question based on this, तो पहले एक दो मैं अपनी तरफ से ले लेता हूँ. क्वेश्चन क्या है, हम किसी भी मोशन में बॉडी इज प्रोजेक्टेड वर्टिकली अपवर्ड्स. हमें इसको दो पार्ट में ब्रेक करने की जरूरत नहीं है. दिस इज same motion. Same motion means it is a retarded motion throughout the journey. It is not. It is not that half it is accelerated and half it is retardation. It is the same case. So for example, suppose हमने किसी tower से from the top of a tower a ball is released. This is a 20-meter high tower. From the top of the tower, the ball is released. Find the time taken to reach. तो कुछ ये इजी वाले क्वेश्चन हो गए. अभी हम इसको डीपीपी से भी करेंगे. Find the time taken to reach and displacement covered in last second of journey. सो ये क्या हो गया, h is equal to ut plus half gt square. अब लास्ट सेकंड के लिए हमें ये पता करना पड़ेगा लास्ट सेकंड कौन सा वाला है, मतलब इट इज अ थर्ड सेकंड, फोर्थ सेकंड, फिफ्थ सेकंड. सो फर्स्ट वी कैलकुलेट द टाइम. वैसे तो हमने इक्वेशन h is equal to ut plus half gt square because it is dropped from the certain height. So by using the second equation of motion, you put u as 0. Time will be root 2 h by g, which is 2 into 20 divided by 10. 4, so 4 का रूट करेंगे 2 सेकेंड. टोटल टाइम टेकन इज ओनली 2 सेकेंड. 2 सेकेंड में ग्राउंड पे पहुंच जाएगा इफ एज्यूम्ड g as 10. So जब क्वेश्चन में गिवन होगा मोस्टली, इफ इट इज नॉट गिवन वी कैन टेक g as 10 आल्सो फॉर आवर कैलकुलेशन. सो टोटल 2 सेकेंड लगते हैं इसको नीचे तक पहुंचने में. मींस द सेकेंड इज लास्ट सेकेंड. सो लास्ट सेकेंड ऑफ जर्नी इज n is equal to 2. लास्ट सेकेंड ऑफ जर्नी के लिए हम n को 2 पुट कर लेते हैं. सो the displacement covered in nth second formula था g by 2 into 2n minus 1. G is 10, n is 2, so that becomes 15 meter. The height covered in the last second of the journey is 15 meter. Right? Speed on reaching the bottom, reaching the foot of this tower. So second part, sorry, first part is time taken, second part is displacement covered in last second, third is the speed on reaching the earth. I mean, just before striking, the speed on reaching the earth, it will be equal to root 2 gh. So root 2 into 10 into 20, that becomes 20 meter per second. So it reaches the bottom or reaches the foot as 20 meter per second. Right? Okay. Speed on reaching the ground is 20 meter per second. तो ये थोड़ा simple सा question था just to start with. Next question is, when a ball is dropped from certain tower height, from the top of a tower of, the question says, when a ball is dropped it covers 9 by 25 of the total height in last second of the journey. find the total height. बेटा ये क्वेश्चन समझ आ रहा है. टोटल हाइट इज h. सपोज टोटल टाइम टेकन टू रीच इज n सेकेंड. अब n सेकेंड अगर टोटल टाइम है तो लास्ट सेकेंड ऑफ जर्नी इज nth, and it says that in the last second of the journey it is covering 9/25 of the total height. hn is 9/25 of total height. Understood the question? A ball is dropped from the top of a tower. जितनी भी उसकी height है उसका 9/25 of the total height it covers in the last second. So assume that total time taken to reach the bottom is n second. So that means last second of journey is nth second. टोटल के लिए अगर हम अप्लाई करते हैं फॉर्मूला, सो h is equal to ut plus half gt square. This is for the entire journey. और nth सेकेंड के लिए लिखेंगे तो it will be for entire journey of this particle. H is equal to half g into t square. T is n. For nth second we apply the formula. Displacement covered in nth second hn. इसका फॉर्मूला था g by 2 into 2n minus 1, and this is given as it is 9/25 times h. 9/25 times total height of h. This is second equation. So second equation में हम h की वैल्यू पुट कर लेते हैं. The value of h is half g times n square. gn2 gone. 9n square is 25 times 2n minus 1. 9n square minus 50n plus 25. Okay, I don't know it is. मिडिल टर्म स्प्लिट करके भी हो जाएगा शायद 45 और 5 में, or you can use the formula of that. Nine n minus 5 into n minus 5 is equal to 0. So n के हमें दो वैल्यू मिल गई, एक तो है 5/9 और दूसरी है 5. So obviously 5/9 तो एक्सेप्टिंग होगी क्योंकि लास्ट सेकंड मतलब obviously it is should be greater than 1 second. The total time of the journey has to be greater than 1, so this is not possible. N is 5. So
Sir, can you go to the previous page?
yes, sure.
Thank you, sir.
So n is equal to 5, which means the total time of the journey is 5 seconds. So that means the total height of the tower we can calculate from using the first equation, and which is h is equal to ut plus half gt square. G is 10, n is 5. So that become 125. 125 meter is the total height of that tower. right? So this is when the body is dropped from certain height. Some questions के use करेंगे. बेटा समझ आ रहा है गोविंद?
Yes, sir.
इसमें integration differentiation नहीं लग रहा है, so don't worry. This is very easy. This is just the equation. You have to pick the correct equation and then accordingly you have to put the value and solve. This is very easy. So I think I shared you the two worksheet. One of them was on equation of motion with constant acceleration. Another was motion under gravity. This second EPP. और हम क्वेश्चन इसलिए करते हैं ताकि आपको क्लास में ही कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाए. So mostly all the variety of questions we can see. Yeah, start with question number 1. A ball is dropped from rest of height 20 meter. Find the time taken by ball to come. Find the velocity after 1 second. Find velocity at ground. So this is like first equation. I mean, second situation when ball is dropped. So we'll put u is 0. Time taken by ball to come to the ground is root 2h by g. Is root 2h by g. Velocity after 1 second, v is equal to u plus gt. And third is velocity on reaching the ground because it is dropped. So v is equal to root 2 gh. Correct? Yeah. What is the first answer to first question, first part? Ayush, first question answer. 2 second. Velocity after 1 second is 10 meter per second, and velocity on reaching the ground is 20 meter per second. So the similar thing that we did. Second question. A ball is projected with velocity 10 meter per second in upward direction from height of 20 meter. 20 meter height से हमने एक बॉल को ऊपर की तरफ प्रोजेक्ट किया. You have to calculate the time taken by ball to come at the ground and distance traveled by the ball. तो इसमें हमें थर्ड वाली सिचुएशन है और थर्ड वाली सिचुएशन में भी थोड़ा सा we have to use the vector approach because the body is not projected from the ground, it is projected from certain height. So that is why we cannot use those formulas directly. We have to do a little modification in terms of the sign of displacement and velocity. So please see this question carefully क्योंकि ऐसे बहुत सारे questions आपने 9th में भी किए हैं, but हमें उस approach से नहीं करना. That is little lengthy approach. थोड़ा हमें नई चीज use करनी है. And the logic here is when we project a body from height of 20 meter, initially it will go up for some time and then at the maximum height its velocity becomes 0 and from that point it starts coming back. So this is the whole journey. A से पहले ऊपर जाएगा B पे and then it is coming to the ground. We have to find the time taken to reach the ground. पहले हम इसको 9th में ऐसे करते थे, कुछ ऊपर जाने में कितना टाइम लगा, मैक्सिमम ऊपर कितनी हाइट कवर की इसने, and then we add both. At the maximum height velocity is 0 that we know and then we cover that as two separate parts. Now we will not use the motion in two different parts, we will use one single equation. The downward direction is supposed taken as positive. हम किसी भी डायरेक्शन को पॉजिटिव या नेगेटिव ले सकते हैं बट एक डायरेक्शन को चूज करेंगे तो फॉर ऑल द क्वांटिटीज वी विल फॉलो द सेम. डाउनवर्ड इज टेकन पॉजिटिव. कार्तिकेय?
यस सर.
डाउनवर्ड इज टेकन पॉजिटिव. सो इसमें जो ऊपर कितना वेलोसिटी हमने प्रोजेक्ट किया है इसको 10 प्लस 10 और माइनस 10.
सर प्लस 10.
अभी तो लिखा मैंने डायग्राम में, हमने नीचे को पॉजिटिव लिया है. All the quantities which are in downward direction will be taken positive. So all the quantities which in upward direction will be negative.
सर पॉजिटिव ही बोला था सर.
पॉजिटिव नहीं है ना बेटा, नेगेटिव है.
अच्छा सर नेगेटिव है. ओके सर.
क्योंकि नीचे की तरफ पॉजिटिव है तो अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में नेगेटिव क्वांटिटी होगी।
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो हमने पार्टिकल को ए से प्रोजेक्ट किया, ये पहले ऊपर गया, फिर इट कम टू द सेम लेवल, व्हेन इट कम बैक टू द सेम लेवल व्हाट इज द डिस्प्लेसमेंट? 0, अभी 0, फिर ये नीचे की तरफ जा रहा है। सो अगर हम इसमें h क्या होता है, दिस h इज नॉट हाइट कवर्ड और नॉट द डिस्टेंस, दिस इज डिस्प्लेसमेंट फॉर द एंटायर जर्नी फ्रॉम a टू c। डिस्प्लेसमेंट a से c को ज्वाइन करोगे, सो दैट विल बी अ लाइन इन डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन, जिसको हमने पॉजिटिव ले लिया, सो h विल बी टेकन एज +20। थोड़ा 9th वाला अप्रोच छोड़ना है आपको, यू हैव टू यूज द वेक्टर अप्रोच। वेक्टर का मतलब सिर्फ ये कि हम किसी एक डायरेक्शन को पॉजिटिव ले लेंगे, सो ऑल द अपोजिट डायरेक्शन क्वांटिटीज विल बी नेगेटिव। डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज पॉजिटिव +20, क्यों? क्योंकि नीचे की तरफ जा रहा है। इनिशियल पॉइंट पे जो वेलोसिटी थी u is the velocity at time t is equal to 0, it is an upward. Since downward is taken positive, so upward will become negative, it will become -10। ग्रेविटी भी नीचे की तरफ है और नीचे को हमने ले लिया है पॉजिटिव, so that will be +20। velocity is negative because it is upward direction, initial velocity is in upward direction। बेटा ये समझ आ रहा है? दूसरी चीज हम ये भी कर सकते हो, सपोज इसी में अगर हम डाउनवर्ड को नेगेटिव ले लें, दिस इज और चॉइस, हम किसी भी डायरेक्शन को पॉजिटिव ले सकते हैं, वो कहीं लिखा नहीं कि हमें नीचे ही पॉजिटिव लेना है या ऊपर ही पॉजिटिव लेना है। इफ सपोज वी चूज डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन एज नेगेटिव, तो इसका मतलब इस बॉडी का डिस्प्लेसमेंट भी नेगेटिव डायरेक्शन में हो रहा है। इट स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम पॉइंट ए, केम बैक टू द सेम लेवल, देन 0 एंड देन अपोजिट डायरेक्शन, सो इसके लिए डिस्प्लेसमेंट को नेगेटिव लेंगे। So if you are using this second sign convention and write the vector form of the second equation, इसलिए इसमें ut minus half dt square या ut plus half dt square नहीं लिखा मैंने। Now it will be decided by the direction that we choose. If downward is taken positive, तो ऊपर वाली इक्वेशन थी। अभी अगर हमने नीचे को नेगेटिव ले लिया है, तो ऊपर की तरफ जो क्वांटिटीज थी वो पॉजिटिव हो जाएंगी। In this case, this displacement is also negative, it will be -20। ऊपर की तरफ वेलोसिटी पॉजिटिव है, so that become +10t। g is also in downward direction, so g will also be taken as negative -10। so इक्वेशन जो मिलेगी वो सेम होगी, ऊपर वाले में माइनस से मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो नीचे वाली इक्वेशन मिल जाएगी। that will not change the answer। ये हमने एक रेफरेंस डायरेक्शन चूज करनी है। इफ वी आर चूजिंग डाउनवर्ड एज पॉजिटिव, तो ऊपर वाली इक्वेशन बनेगी, अगर अपवर्ड को पॉजिटिव लेंगे तो नीचे वाली इक्वेशन बनेगी, बट दोनों को सॉल्व करने पे अल्टीमेटली वी गेट द सेम इक्वेशन। सो अगर हम बोले कि एक्सेलरेशन डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन में लग रहा है ग्रेविटी, देन इट इज -g ऑलवेज? नो, दैट डिपेंड्स अपॉन आवर चॉइस ऑफ पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन। किसी ने यूनिवर्सल नहीं बनाया, भगवान ने नहीं बनाया ऐसा कि नीचे का मतलब नेगेटिव ही होता है। दैट इज आवर चॉइस, राइट? राइट?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
सॉल्व करोगे इक्वेशन क्या आएगी? ये इक्वेशन चाहे ऊपर सॉल्व करो या नीचे सॉल्व करो, 5t square minus 10t minus 20 is equal to 0। It is a quadratic equation, find the roots। कितना आएगा? t square 5 से डिवाइड कर लो, t square minus 2t minus 4 is equal to 0, minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac divided by 2, 2 √20 को क्या लिखते हैं हम? 2√5।
Yes, sir.
So it will be 1 plus √5 और 1 minus √5। अब √5 तो greater than 1 होता है, so time cannot be negative, it is 1 plus √5 second। √5 is 2.23, so it is
3.2
approximately
second answer हो जाता है।
second, that will be the answer। इस इक्वेशन को करने का दूसरा तरीका भी है कि पहले मैक्सिमम ऊपर कितनी हाइट इसने कवर की, हम ये कैलकुलेट करें बाय टेकिंग द फैक्ट दैट एट मैक्सिमम हाइट वेलोसिटी इज 0, फिर उस हाइट को 20 में ऐड कर दें, दैट इज द टोटल फ्री फॉल. ऊपर जाने का टाइम फिर नीचे आने का टाइम, जैसे हम 9th में करते थे, बिकॉज इन 9th we didn't know this vector concept, right? Second part, अब हमें क्या करना है? We have to find the total distance covered by the ball. So ये पहले ऊपर जा रहा है h, फिर उतना ही h नीचे भी आएगा, and then plus 20. That is the total distance covered. So it is 2h plus 20. So we need to calculate maximum height above the tower. Maximum height or height covered above the tower. बस समझ ना आए तो पूछ लेना प्लीज, डोंट हेजिटेट. फिजिक्स इज ऑल अबाउट न्यूमेरिकल, और हम ढेर सारे क्वेश्चन इसीलिए करते हैं कि आपको क्लास में ही न्यूमेरिकल से कॉन्सेप्ट्स क्लियर हो जाएं, और कोई इंटेंशन नहीं है मेरा. कुछ लोग परेशान हो गए हैं शायद, बहुत क्वेश्चन कराते हैं सर. यस, वी स्क्वायर इज यू स्क्वायर माइनस 2gh. वी स्क्वायर इज यू स्क्वायर. अब इसमें भी अगर हम वेक्टर फॉर्म में लिखेंगे तो अभी वेक्टर में लिख लेते हैं. हमने वेलोसिटी, सॉरी, u is not 0, v is 0, u is given as 10 meter per second. मैक्सिमम हाइट पे वेलोसिटी हो गई 0, एंड सिंस इट इज रिटार्डेशन सो अब इसको माइनस पुट कर लेंगे. ये अभी यहाँ पे वेक्टर फॉर्म में था. दिस इज द इक्वेशन. सिंस वी नो दैट इट इज रिटार्डेशन, क्यों? क्योंकि वेलोसिटी ऊपर है और एक्सेलरेशन रिटार्डेशन यानी g नीचे की तरफ है, सो दैट विल टेक माइनस 2gh is equal to u square, h is equal to u square by 2g.
Sir, 5 आ गए.
Then yeah, it will be 5 meter. So 5 ऊपर जाने में, 5 नीचे आने में, 10 मीटर ऊपर हो गया और 20 मीटर नीचे. So total distance covered by this ball while reaching the ground is 2h plus 10. 2h plus 20, which will be 30 meters. Right? Yes. अनुराग,
हाँ सर.
क्या समझ आ रहा है?
यस सर.
चलो, ये दोनों क्वेश्चन तो मैंने कर दिए, अब आपको करके देखना है यू अंडरस्टूड और नॉट. अभी ये जगलर शो वी विल डू लेटर. बिफोर दैट yes, question number 10 and question number 11. Question number 10. Balloon is moving with velocity 5 meter per second in upward. At time t is equal to 0, balloon is at the ground. 10 second के बाद balloon से हमने एक ball को drop कर दिया. It is gently dropped from that height. Find the speed of ball at the ground. And also find the time taken. Suppose we have to calculate both. Right? So balloon is moving at the velocity of 5 meter per second in upward direction. t इज इक्वल टू 10 सेकेंड तक ये ऊपर जा रहा है और उसके बाद वहां से एक बॉल को ड्रॉप किया. A balloon, some hot air balloon kind of thing. Assume this is a hot air balloon. This is question number 10 from the DPP. T is equal to 0. It is on the ground और ये ऊपर की तरफ जा रहा है with 5 meter per second. It is moving with a constant velocity for 10 seconds. So 10 second तक velocity तो constant है, so इसकी अभी भी velocity 5 meter per second ही होगी. And it has already gone up by a height h is equal to ut. तो ये constant velocity है, so ये 50 meter height तक ये balloon rise कर चुका है. Now from this balloon, a ball is gently dropped. So it is dropped from a balloon which is already moving. अगर ये balloon rest में होता तो उस particle की velocity भी zero होती. This balloon is dropped from ball is dropped from balloon which is already moving. So उस ball के पास भी वो velocity होगी जो इस balloon के पास है. Now from this, when this ball is dropped, initial velocity जब हम अभी तक ले रहे थे सारे cases में, when the ball is dropped it was 0. Here it is not 0, here it is same as the balloon क्योंकि वो balloon से drop किया है हमने. It is not dropped from the earth, it is dropped from balloon. So because of that, it will have the same velocity as balloon. So u will be upward direction 5. अब उसको पॉजिटिव लेना है या नेगेटिव लेना वो हम बाद में डिसाइड करेंगे according to sign convention. So this ball will go up and then it will come back, but to reach the ground it has to cover a displacement of again 50 meter. A से B तक इसको नीचे आने के लिए 50 मीटर का डिस्प्लेसमेंट चाहिए. So now again our choice, हम downward positive लेते हैं या upward positive लेते हैं. Suppose we take downward as positive. So when this ball reaches the ground, we have to find the time, we have to find the speed. Solve it. ये same previous question जैसा ही है, थोड़ी situation में जो different था वो मैंने clear कर दिया. Because it is dropped but not dropped from the rest, it is dropped from a balloon which is already in motion. Apply the second equation. You can choose downward as positive or you can choose upward as positive and calculate the value of time taken to reach. Yes, solve and find the value of time and find the value of speed on reaching the ground. बेटा सॉल्व कर रहा है कोई? भव्या, okay. Harsimrat, what is your answer?
सर मैं कर रहा हूँ.
कर रहे हो, ठीक है. h को पॉजिटिव लेंगे, अगर हमने डाउनवर्ड पॉजिटिव लिया है, u is negative, so -5 and g is 10 into t square.
Is
Yeah, what is the value of time? ये question में calculate नहीं करना है, ये मैंने दिया based on the last example. It's similar. Find the value of time. Arnav,
यस सर.
क्या आया टाइम सॉल्व करके? डन हो गया यार, कोई तो आंसर करो। मान्या, व्हाट इज योर आंसर? 5t स्क्वायर माइनस 5t माइनस
I'm
50
solving.
t square minus t minus 10. Find the value of t. Use that quadratic formula.
So 1 plus root 41 by 2.
1 plus root 41 by 2. Okay. Minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac by 2. Correct. 1 plus root 41 by 2. ठीक है, आगे सॉल्व करना होगा तो कर लेंगे, बट हमें इस क्वेश्चन में करना नहीं था, सो लीव इट। अब हमें कैलकुलेट करना है वेलोसिटी विद विच इट रीचेस द ग्राउंड। अप्लाई द थर्ड इक्वेशन, v square is u square plus 2gh in vector form again. Yes.
Sir, I didn't solve for the time, but I got the speed.
Okay. So I asked to calculate time. Speed के लिए हम क्या करेंगे? v calculate करना है, so v is downward. Downward we have taken positive. u is upward. Upward is taken negative, but since it is square, so it doesn't matter. 10. H is 50. So it become 25 plus 1000, I guess, is equal to v square. V will be root of 1025. The speed will become root of 10 into 25 meter per second, which is approximately
42.
32, yeah, approximately 32 meter per second. 1024 का root होता है 32, so approximately it is 32 meter per second. Right, so from the balloon it is dropped, then initial velocity was not zero. When it was dropped from the earth or from the relative from the rest frame, then it will be zero. Question number 11. Question number 11. A ball is dropped from a roof of a building, can reach the ground at 5 seconds. If the ball is stopped after 3 seconds of fall, then allowed to fall again. Find the time taken by ball to reach the ground for the remaining height. Question number 11. Solve for question number 11.
Sir, is the answer 4?
Yes, what is the answer? 4.
Yes, sir.
Question number 11, answer is 4 seconds. Yes, correct. Question number 11. A ball is dropped from the roof of a building. It can reach the ground in 5 seconds. So पहले हम 5 second वाले फॉर्मूले से इसकी total height निकाल लेते हैं. That total height that it has to fall. The total height that it has to fall in 5 seconds. So t is equal to 0 to t is equal to 5 when it is dropped. H is equal to ut plus half gt square. Which is 125 meters. Now after 3 seconds, it has covered some distance, let's say h1 in a time of 3 seconds. इसको फिर से हमने पकड़ के रोक दिया. So initial velocity after 3 seconds again becomes 0. Height covered in 3 seconds. Height covered in 3 seconds is how much?
Sir, 45 meter.
So h1 will be equal to ut plus half gt1 square. So it is half into 10 into 3 is square, that is 45 meters. So 45 meter ये पहले 3 second में fall हो चुका है. Now remaining is 80 meters. For 80 meter it has to free fall because initial velocity we made 0. So suppose the time taken is t2. h2 is equal to ut plus half g into t2 square. 2 into 80 by 10 which is root 16, so 4 seconds. 3 seconds ऊपर लगे थे और 4 seconds नीचे लगेंगे to cover this remaining height. Okay, good. Next is question number 12. Question number 12. The parachutist after bailing out falls 50 meters without friction. When parachute opens, it decelerates at 2 meters per second square. Find the he touches the ground with a speed of 2 meters. At what height did he bail out? So there are two different parts. There are two different parts in which first 50 meters it is without any retardation, just free fall under gravity. The rest it is with a, so it has acquired some velocity because of the gravity in 50 meters. Question number 12. So a person having parachute on his back, he didn't open it for the 50 meter. So अभी downward में for 50 meter is freely falling and acquired some velocity, let's say v0 or v1. Then he opens his parachute and because of that, now there is a retardation of -2 meters per second square after falling 50 meters. Because of this, when he reaches on the ground, his speed is 3 meters per second. So if it reaches the ground with a speed of 3 meters per second, find the total height at which it bailed out. Yes, A to B, then B to C. Solve. B से पहले acceleration is G, which is 10 meters per second square. Initial velocity was 0. It is falling for 50 meters. राइट। पहले के लिए हम क्या लिखेंगे इक्वेशन v1 इज इक्वल टू u प्लस वी विल यूज द थर्ड इक्वेशन v square is u square plus 2gh. So v1 square is u square plus 2gh. U is 0. The velocity when he opens his parachute. This is root 1000. 10 root 10. 10 root 10 meter per second. Root 10 is approximately 3.16, so that become 31.6 from A to B. Now B to C. Again we apply this equation, so V square is U square minus 2A because now there is no gravity. Gravity और parachute दोनों का जो final resultant आया वो ऊपर की तरफ retardation. V is given as 3. U square is 1000 minus 2 into 2 into H. H will be 1000 minus 9 by 4. 991 by 4.
सर 267 पॉइंट कुछ आएगा सर.
Right, 991 by 4 और इसमें हम ऊपर का 50 और ऐड कर देंगे. That will be the total height at which it bailed out. 991 divided by 4, that's 247.75. इसमें हम प्लस करते हैं कितना 50. The total height at which it fall 247.75 plus 50. That is 297.75 meter. Right? Okay. Question number 13. Question number 13 and 14 both. Arnav Daryani, how are you?
Fine, sir.
थोड़ा समझ आ रहा है सब?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good, very good. न्यूमेरिकल प्रैक्टिस ही करनी है. फिजिक्स में ज्यादा थ्योरी होती नहीं है. देयर आर वेरी फ्यू थ्योरी. Question number 13 and 14. Try. Yes, continue 13 and 14 both. What is the answer for 13? What is the answer for 13? It takes t second to reach the ground. T second to reach the ground. So h is equal to ut plus half gt square. t by 3 तक ये कितना fall होता है? That is suppose h1. h1 will be equal to half g into t by 3 square, which becomes 1 by 9 times half gt square or h by 9. So first 3 seconds में the height that it fell down is h by 9. So ground से कितनी height होगी? h minus h by 9, which is 8h by 9. Right? Question number 13 understood?
Yes, sir.
14th.
यस सर समझ आ गया. Okay, very nice. 14th answer is? Anyone did 14th? From a tower of height h, a particle is thrown vertically upwards with the speed u, and time taken by particle to hit the ground is n times it take to reach the highest point of its path. The distance between h, u and small n. So अगर हमने किसी बॉल को ऊपर प्रोजेक्ट किया है from certain height, so this is that case. h height के टावर से बॉल को ऊपर फेंकने पे the time taken to reach the ground is n times time taken to reach the maximum height. So if it is projected with speed u, अगर ऊपर तक पहुंचने का टाइम इसको t1 लगता है to the maximum height, then the time taken to reach the ground is equal to n times t1. That is given in the question. We have to find relation between h, u and n. Right? So equation of motion जो थी second equation वो apply करते हैं, h is equal to ut plus half gt square. H is positive. I'm taking again downward as a positive. G will also become positive and u is negative. So minus ut plus half g into t square और t maximum height तक पहुंचने का time v is equal to u minus gt से calculate करेंगे. So u minus g times t1. At maximum height the velocity is 0. So we'll put v as 0. Time taken आ जाएगा t1 is u by g. So capital T is total time taken to reach the ground will be n times u by g. So minus u t हो गया n u by g plus half g
nu by g whole square. Simplify for the relation between h and u and n. Yes. Yes. Ananya. Which option is the answer?
सर एक बार ऑप्शन दिखा सकते हैं?
हाँ बेटा.
सर ऑप्शन दिखा सकते हैं?
Yes.
सर सी पार्ट.
Right. C is the answer. Okay. Yes, got the answer. C. Kartikeya.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very nice. So I think एक दो छोटे मोटे टॉपिक बचे हैं जो हम करेंगे नेक्स्ट क्लास में. This is the remaining questions we have done. I mean most of it. The juggler question and the raindrop questions. Maybe one or two questions we can do. Yeah. Right. Okay. So there is one more concept left, which is question number 19. Yeah, I was looking for this question. Solve question number 19. A stone is thrown in vertically upward direction from top of a pole with a speed 20 meter per second. Which of the following statement is correct? Yes, which is the answer? Question number 19. Right, upward direction from the vertical of a pole. So maximum height पे velocity 0, the time taken to come back, the distance traveled by ball in 5 seconds. At what time it will come back to the same height? That time is 2u by g. U by g ऊपर जाने में, u by g नीचे आने में. Total time of flight is 2u by g. So total time is 2 into 20 by 10, which is 4 seconds. After a time of 4 seconds, it will come back to the same height. Same height का मतलब displacement will be 0. So after 4 seconds, displacement is 0. D is correct. Now, but it is it is still above the ground, so it will continue move further. यानी 20 maximum height कितनी cover की इसने? H. That we can calculate by using the third equation. V square is u square minus 2gh. V is 0, so u square by 2g. U is 20 by 20, so total height covered upward is 20 meter. 20 ऊपर जाने में, 20 नीचे आने में, 40 is the distance. और उसके बाद ये 1 सेकेंड तक और अगर नीचे मूव करेगा, so when the particle come back to the same level, उसकी speed same होती है, direction opposite. So for that 1 extra second, the displacement covered in downward direction, it will be ut plus half gt square, क्योंकि अभी ये हो गया accelerated motion. 20 into 1 plus half into gt square, g into 1 square. So it becomes 25. So that means the distance covered in that 1 second, the 5th second in fact, that is not 5 meter, that is total 25 meter. So अगर हम total distance calculate करें, 20 ऊपर जाने में, 20 नीचे आने में, plus 25 more. So 20 plus 20 plus 25. That is the total distance covered in 5 seconds. So that is A is also correct. Displacement of 5 second wrong. Speed of the ball after 5 seconds. Speed अगर निकालनी है, V is equal to U plus GT से 4 second पे यहाँ पहुँच गया था. At time T is equal to 4 second. 4 से 5 second के बीच में it gets 1 20 plus 10, which is 30 meters. So A, C, and D, these 3 options are correct in this particular question. Try this question on your own. मैंने थोड़ा shortcut में यहाँ कर दिया. आप इसको अपने आप एक बार करिए. You will understand. Total distance traveled by 5 seconds. Pole से फेंका था, pole तक वापस आने में 4 seconds. For next 1 second, it is continuing moving downwards. Next class में हम करेंगे कुछ juggler type वाले questions. And Friday we will have doubts. आपके केवल doubts होंगे from your book and your UT या जो भी exam के लिए है. If any of the chapter you have doubt, you can ask. And as now, if you have any doubt, all I seek it, you can send me. I will take a separate doubt class. कल एग्जाम किस टाइम पे है? चलो कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है. अगर हो तो मुझे डाउट्स सेंड कर देना. आई विल रिस्पॉन्ड ऑन दी व्हाट्सएप. ओके देन, थैंक यू. यस सिया, यू वांट टू से
Thank you,
समथिंग?
sir.
सिया.